Today's episode of The Mom Game is brought to you by your friends at Gateway GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. I know that buying a car can be stressful, but not at Gateway because their slogan is Gateway's Got It. And just what does that mean? Well, it means Gateway's got a wide selection of new GMCs and GM certified used vehicles, all competitively priced. Gateway's got it. In these busy times, you want a car dealer who makes things easy and convenient. Well, guess what? Gateway's got it. When you log on to gatewaygmc.com, look for the shop, click, drive button. This allows you to shop from the comfort of your home, and who doesn't want that? In fact, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, select your vehicle. 2, create that offer. 3, schedule your delivery. And on top of all this, Gateway GMC offers complimentary car washes for life. So when you want a dealer who has it all, Gateway's got it. You can find them online at gatewaygmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. And welcome inside the Coppola Studios for episode 274 of The Mom Game. I am Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. And for one of the very few times this summer we're going to be together. We got travels coming up. You got Canada coming up. I got Florida coming up, look at us, very soon. But we're still gonna hang out. It's just not gonna be physically in person. So it's great to be.
But I've got a while till that.
When do you leave?
Like a month.
Oh yeah, but I'm gone next week. I guess. Yeah. Okay. Just kidding. Psych.
Don't get sad, everybody. We'll be together.
Right.
And all the craziness.
Yes. I guess I got a little ahead of myself.
You did. She's like, what's next? What's next? What's next?
I just can't wait to get the fuck out of town. I'm so excited.
When is that?
I leave by the time the show hits. I'll be on the road.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
We'll leave at the Butt Crack on Thursday. Drive all the way through. It's only like a 13-hour drive, which is not bad. I'd rather have all my shit than have to do like consolidate by packing. You know what I mean?
No.
I want to take all my clothes and I want to take them on hangers and all of our beach stuff. And I pack on hangers anyway. This is good.
This is good.
This is going interesting. Bless my heart. So I just want to be able to have all the stuff we need.
Yeah.
All the stuff for the beach and I don't know.
So you're saying you don't use a suitcase?
No, I do use a suitcase. I just feel like
what is happening?
Well, you have to consolidate.
Because you're driving. So
we're driving. So I can take my big bog beach bag. All these things I wouldn't be able to pack and take on a plane.
Right.
I can put in the back of my car.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would rather drive 13 hours and have all my shit
than fly.
Got
it.
And without my husband.
Right.
We've already established that.
Yes. You're driving the kids.
I'm driving the kids and he's flying.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're driving to where? And then
we drive to Seaside. So that's where we always
I know, but
go.
do you stop? You said you're leaving today, but
No. We drive all the way through.
Oh, by the time the show airs. Got it.
Yes.
Okay.
So
and then you're going to drive all the way through.
Yeah. So I'll set my alarm for 4:15 and hope to be out the door by 5. Odds are I'm not going to be able to sleep, and so I probably will get up even earlier than that.
Oh,
and
don't
then
be too tired.
No, it's fine. I'll be fine in the morning. It's like once you get to when the sun comes up, I'm golden. So if I have 2 or 3 hours when it's dark, I'm fine.
Okay.
Yeah. I know. It's really weird, but it's what I prefer. And then that way we get there and we still have time to go to the grocery store. And we're not getting in when it's dark.
Right. Yeah. No, that's great.
I don't mind driving in the dark in the morning. I do mind driving in the dark at night.
That makes sense. Yeah. I'm just worried about you not sleeping the night before and then driving.
Yeah.
That's what I'm worried about.
I'll be all right. I'll pop some early birds and go to bed early.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I will.
Well, that's very exciting.
It is exciting.
The more and more.
I need it. I need it.
I know you need it.
I just need a break.
You do need a break. Mm-hmm. The more and more I see, we never go to Seaside. We never go to Florida.
Yeah.
Because we just have trips that are kind of built in with staying with family places.
Sure.
But I really want to go sometime, and I really want to go to Seaside. It looks so cute.
It's adorable, and we know it, and we love it.
Yeah.
There's not a ton of diversity in Seaside.
Right.
I'm just going to tell you right now.
Well, I can tell.
I know, and it's.
I look at the people I know that go there, and they're all cut from the same cloth.
Kind of the only thing I really don't love about it.
Yeah.
Is it's welcome.
It's like Pleasantville.
Yes. They filmed the Truman Show there. Mm-hmm. I think that's the show they filmed there.
Sounds right.
Where it's just
same idea as Pleasantville.
Okay, yeah. And so it's just but like I said, we've gone every year since Hattie turned 1. So this will be our 10th, 11th year to go. And so, and it's just so we know it. We know where to stay. We know where to go. We know what to do. It's in a confined enough space where literally the kids can just go out and be like, we'll be home. You know, when do you want us to check in? And
yeah,
they can
now
go
they know
fishing
everything.
and ride bikes and go shop. And yeah, so it's just easy.
You can take family pictures on the beach.
We've done that in years past.
Yeah.
But can I just tell you that my family thinks that that's like the equivalent of climbing Mount Everest?
Uh-huh.
Like, it's hard enough to get it. Like, we're all together and dressed. And like, hey, can we get together for a picture? And they're like, Mom.
Right.
And so the idea of doing it, like taking time out of vacation where we've got to coordinate outfits and all that shit.
Yeah. And do you really want to be taking time out of vacation?
I don't care. And so I just gave up.
Nowadays with like
what do you do?
AI, you could go to the beach anytime you want for a family photo.
There we go. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just kind of out on doing that.
Yeah.
I'm really kind of been out on professional photography for a while, which is so important, like for businesses and stuff. But I don't know.
It's a lot.
I don't have it in me.
I don't even either. Not even just beach, just family pictures. Like we haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, what's going on? You went to a golf tournament.
Well, I kind of was
super fun.
Like joking that the past 2 Mondays I've done something really random, and I kind of want to make it a thing, like through the summer.
Oh, random Mondays.
Random
with Julie.
Julie Monday. Because last Monday we were at Choctaw, which I know we need to discuss.
We definitely need to discuss.
And then I just got back today from Austin. I was in a golf tournament, which is funny.
How
in
did
itself.
that work out?
Well, I was supposed to be involved with the Byron Nelson to do a little fun event with this brand For All. And then that got canceled because of the rain.
Yeah.
And so I must have like still been on their list of Dallas influencers.
Ooh.
Because they were introducing me to people as an influencer. I was like, okay, all right. And I was with my friend Jessie, who was just laughing. Just like, it's a whole other world, right? An influencer.
So this was a specific like influencer event.
So it was a golf tournament. They invited quite a few influencers.
Okay.
And so they reached out, and it was supposed to be last weekend. And I thought I was going to have like a birthday thing. And so I was like, oh, that won't work, but thank you. And then they reached out again, and they were like, it was moved to the following Monday. And I was like, I could maybe pull this off. My mom's in Austin. My parents are in Austin. They said I could bring a +1. So I invited my best friend, Jessie, who I just love to get some time with regardless, where we can both be like pulled away from our crazy worlds. So invited her, and we did it. So For All is this adorable golf clothing brand, and they're all about just like spreading women's golf, just to make it a bigger deal, make it a bigger sport. And this was their second golf tournament that they've ever done. And I was just looking it up a little bit because a couple of the people like looked really familiar, but I couldn't figure out why. One of the gals was on a reality show, something where the Bachelor people like sing. I don't know, but she sang a little bit at the reception. She was great. But then another one, I don't know if you watched The Bachelor back, Michelle Money. She's really pretty and like dark
a long time
skin.
ago.
Well, it was a long time ago. So that's how I.
Oh, okay.
But the whole time I was like, she's so familiar, and I just Googled it. I was like, oh, Michelle Money. So those two like own this company, and I think they're based out of LA/Utah. A lot of the people were from Utah. Anyway, it's precious. The clothes are so cute. So they let Jessie and I pick out some cute outfits, and then we were paired with these like really good, cute, what I like to say, golf-fluencers.
Okay.
They were adorable. They were like 24. It's like you think you're feeling cute till you go hang out and golf with 24-year-old models.
I don't have any interest.
I was just like
hanging out with anyone under 30.
I feel so frumpy. But they were so sweet. One of them's from Toronto, like knew Jamie and Tyler and all that. Like she was just precious. And then the other one is still in college, plays golf in college in Utah. But that's like, I mean, it's a whole thing, right? It's like if you're cute and you're a good golfer, you can be a golf influencer, and that's your career with that's the world we're in.
Right.
So we were like, there were like bunch of cameras around them for all of our shots, and Jessie and they were kind of like, could you
just scooch over a little bit?
Could you 40-year-old moms maybe just, but they were so cute. They humored us. Jessie actually sank one putt for an eagle. So that was the one shot that they took from us the whole time because it was a scramble. Yeah. Like the whole time it was that one putt.
Well, if she plays golf in college, that's understandable.
Yes. I mean, half the time I was like,
last time you picked up a club?
Like I went to Top Golf the day before to like prepare. But yeah, no, I don't play golf. I intentionally don't play golf because I want to play tennis and like I can't do both. But I'm around it a lot because Kelly's more than obsessed.
Yeah.
So I at least kind of knew some of the terminology. Like, oh, a bird? Yeah, eagle. I know what that means. But then it'd get to be like where you have to pick your clubs, and they said something like, grab your 60 degree. And I like texted Kelly. I'm like, what's the 60 degree? So we were bad. Like it was hilarious. We turned it into like a bit that I was like, this is like the pros and schmoes or whatever that show was for a while.
Yeah.
Where it's the pros and then just
Joes.
like pros and Joes. Yeah. So anyway, it was really fun. They were really sweet to have us, and it's a really cute brand that I hope that we here on the show can continue to keep working with.
Yeah, for sure. The stuff looked adorable.
Yeah, it is. You need you a fit.
I do need a fit.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to talk about Choctaw.
Yes.
Super fun. Thanks to our friend Erica who set that all up for us. Erica Kozman. I never pronounce it right. She's been on the show before. She's great.
Yeah. She's a badass sports mom.
Yeah. So we went to the pool and hung out and got to sleep in our own rooms. Went to the steakhouse for dinner, which was delicious.
So good.
You and Jasmine ate cheesecake while I gambled like an addict.
That's right.
I got my fix in for, I think I was trying to think of how long it had been since I played blackjack, like since I gambled like that. Because I was sports betting for a while. Now I don't even do that.
Yeah.
And so there's something about it though, where you get into it and you're like, oh, here we go.
I could tell.
Oh yeah, I know you could. And so, yeah, so I stayed up till after 2 a.m. betting, gambling. And then I got pissed because there was this guy and he was obviously, they don't have high roller, like high limit tables or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like when did we go? Monday night?
Yeah.
So anyway, there's only a certain number of tables that are open. And because I usually like to play there, not because I am trying to be a big dog. It's just because like those are the people who usually play the way that I play. And they're not like, oh, what do I do now? Am I supposed to hit? Like
us.
No. Right.
Yes.
So anyway, so I tried to go in there. So there wasn't any. And then this guy came over and he was betting huge. And it was fine. I don't mind. But like the dealer didn't care about anyone else at the table. He was only focused on that guy. Yeah. And so
they get tipped or something?
Oh, for sure. And I tip, I tip well, but I'm tipping relative to what I'm betting.
Right.
You know, so if I'm betting $100 a hand, or if I win a big blackjack, like, you know, I'll slide him a 20 or a green chip or whatever. Anyway, this guy was obviously a high roller. And, so it got to the point like we would all lose, but the big time guy would win, and the dealer's like, yeah. And I'm like, hey,
cheer for me.
How about the rest of us? And then I was like, you know what? If I'm grumpy about this, it probably means I'm tired. I need to go the fuck to bed. So I went to bed and then got up the next morning and thought I had won a couple $100 because I was thinking, okay, I did good. Like I didn't walk away with the max that I was up, but anyway, I was like, there's nothing wrong with that. Well, then I go digging in my little purse and I found a yellow chip and a purple chip, which is $1,500.
Heck yeah.
So as
Never
you
found that
know,
in my
I
purse.
texted you and Jasmine and I was like, hey, I'm going to head back down and hit
like
this for
7
one more
a.m.
hour. Yeah.
And how'd that hour go?
I did. It went great. I think I won like $600 or something.
my
I ended up clearing $1,200
Awesome.
after all the things.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was fun.
I could tell you were like really happy. Like you were in a really good mood and I enjoyed that. It was cute though. Like I could tell you had the bug. You're just like, I'm gonna go back down and gamble. Yeah, I'm doing good. Let's go cash out.
But listen, let me tell you something. If I would have been losing, I would have not been. That's why I don't do it. You can't, because I do get grumpy because it fucking sucks to lose money.
I know. I was wondering, like, how do more people not like have meltdowns there? Because everyone seemed rather calm in the whole place.
Yeah. I mean, that I had always heard that's why they don't have balconies in Vegas, because like people lose so much and then they would hurl themselves off of it.
Oh gosh.
I'm certain that's not true. I'm sure they have balconies in Vegas hotels.
Right.
But anyway, it was fun. It also is a good reminder to me that like it's not a healthy thing for me to do all the time. Like it's fine.
Have you thought about it since?
No,
that's
no.
Good.
It was fun, but it's not like I'm like, oh, when can I go to the casino?
Right,
again?
you're not like
no. It was fun
to sweat.
And I think too. But now let me tell you, if I would have lost, I would still be thinking about like have that on my ledger of like, oh, I've got to get that back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just hadn't gambled in so long, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. It was fun. I felt like responsible, which is sad. state of affairs that I was like, that I left when I was up big and I didn't have my husband there telling me not to do dumb shit.
You did great.
I was really proud of
You
myself.
did great.
Yep.
You were
and
awesome.
Jasmine were a great support system.
Yes, well, and we were proud that we both finished
Y'all won too.
in the green.
Yes.
I won $150. I was like, I'm stopping
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because I
And
started
Jasmine
with
won
nothing,
50.
you know?
Yeah.
She won 75. Yeah. So we were like, this is great.
We're all winners.
Yes. And
We're
we
all
got that
winners.
delicious dinner. I mean,
The dinner was fantastic. Yeah, it's a great spot.
it's a great spot for like a quick getaway from
Yeah.
Dallas. I thought like one night, just moms, like, that's
Yeah.
just perfect.
The resort pool, like the pool for just adults, and they have a family pool.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's just, yeah, it is. It's just a great little getaway spot.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely. It was a lot of fun. We'll have to
Super
do it
fun.
again.
For sure. For sure.
Thank
and
you,
then,
Choctaw.
Yes, thank you, Choctaw. And then I wanted to talk about Anna and Ryder's weekend because they had like recitals.
They did.
And it looked so cute.
Yes, it was so cute. Thanks for asking. I've been really excited for that day for a long time because Ryder has been learning the guitar and he wanted to sing Benson Boone Beautiful Things. It was a long journey to get to that point, like
Right.
figuring out the song and like how long of the song he could do. And Dallas Piano Academy was wonderful and kind of like being a little bit flexible with him because he's a hard-headed little guy. And he did awesome. He got
know.
up
It
there,
looked so
like
cute.
did great, sang, and afterwards I was like, Ryder, was that fun? He was like, I got stage fright. I was like, bud, no one could tell. You did great. But they were talking about a little like show choir thing, or not show choir, but like a performance team that they're going to start at this place because they're asked a lot to like, do you have any kids that can come perform at here or there or whatever? And he leaned over. He's like, I want to do that, Mom. I was like, okay, good. Like something sticking that he loves, that's different, that he enjoys.
It's an outlet.
It's a good outlet. And like,
it's a good creative outlet.
yeah, and he picks these songs that are always soulful, like Zach Bryan, Benson Boone, you know.
Yeah.
It was funny. I was telling Jeff, our friend Jeff Kavanaugh, a while ago, I saw him and I was kind of telling him that he plays guitar and stuff. And he was like, oh, he's picking all the sad boy songs. He likes all the sad boy artists. I'm like, oh, well, I guess sad boys have to get their feelings out.
For sure.
And it's easier through music sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's good. So we're definitely going to continue on that path one way or another with him. He really loves to sing though too, so I think it's even the singing more than the guitar that he's loving.
Good for him.
Yeah, and then Anna too. She performed and has been doing piano and just like grew a lot since her last performance and was doing like, you know, the chords and the two hands and everything on her little piano. So I'm proud of her. And they both want to sing. So we'll do voice lessons for a month and then we'll take July off and then see what happens. But I was just proud of them. It's hard to get up in front of a crowd. And
100%.
I think no matter what you're doing, like if you can kind of start doing that more and more when you're younger, then you're more prepared for performing or getting in front of a crowd and speaking or whatever it is when you're older. So it was awesome. I was really proud of them.
Good.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking.
Yay. I know. It looked super cute.
Yeah.
Well, we officially wrapped up sports season in the McCoy house. So excited. I mean, I love watching my kids play sports. I really, really do. But it's just a lot, you know.
Yeah.
Henry has 2 practices a week during
he's
baseball
done with
season.
baseball?
He's done with baseball for the summer.
Oh, okay. Because I thought baseball like went all summer for a lot of these kids.
And it probably will starting next year for him.
Okay.
Where he'll play tournaments in the summer. But this is kind of the last year of a little bit of normalcy, especially too when you think about if he goes out for football next year, like it's going to be like this is kind of our last. Like it's probably his last year to go to overnight camp to Camp Ozark, which is, you know, it's fine, but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, he gets a nice little break, like, and he's so into it that like we kind of have to make him like not like, you know, you need to not pick up a ball or a bat for a little while. Like just let your mind and your body reset because he does put so much into it. But they had a great tournament. They made it to the championship game and lost in the championship game. But he pitched a complete game in the first game on Sunday.
Holy moly.
It's kind of so Mike is very adamant about him not throwing a bunch of pitches, like has him not on a pitch count per se, but he tells the coaches at the beginning of the season, like, you know, we're, you know, 65 ish, you know, a weekend. And usually they pitch him on on Sundays. And so it's just basically around 65. And so it was so funny. Mike had told the coaches like, hey, because he really does try to stay out of it, like not be involved, but like he's very protective of his,
that's
like not,
good.
because there are coaches, we played against a coach this past weekend, the one that we lost to, and he had 2 kids that each threw 100 pitches, which that's the max. And it's like,
at least they set a max. Geez, because you think some of them would just
there's
keep
zero
going.
chance. This guy would have pushed. I mean, it's just dumb. So it is smart to set limits. I don't think 100 is necessarily bad. But you know, it's just like if you keep doing 100 every weekend, then it starts to
err on the side of
anyway.
caution.
So his was always like around 60, 65. And then but Mike told Coach Josh, he's like, hey, whatever, how I use him to your discretion. It's our last, he's going to be able to rest, like however you want. So he goes out and pitches a complete game with 60 pitches. So he didn't even need to go over.
Oh my gosh, he must be amazing. Did anyone get a...
No, yeah. Oh, yeah. They got hit. I mean, a couple of the runs were unearned. But anyway, he pitched great, which that sent him off into a good, like it was a positive way to go into it. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was, but it was funny because he was like, that's all he wants to, not all he wants to do, but he's always like, I want to stay in longer. Like, and he gets pissed. It was dead pitch count, blah, blah, blah. And, and I'm like, well, we've got to be more efficient. And he's like, well, I mean, how many pitches am I supposed to throw in an inning? So anyway,
it's a good way to teach him about
I know, but it was really
make
funny.
them count. You only got 60.
I know, but
throw strikes.
I know, but then the one time he could go over it, he didn't even need it. And I was like, well, last tournament of the season. Anyway, so it was super fun.
Aww.
Definitely
Where
excited
was that
for
tourney?
a break.
Did you have to travel?
We were in Colleyville to start, and then we moved to Oak Grove Park in Grapevine. So it wasn't bad. So yeah. Now it's full on summer mode.
And softball's over. Your coach, how'd your girls finish?
We didn't do well.
Oh man.
Yeah, no playoff. Or we lost in the first round of the playoffs.
It's okay.
And then Hattie did have a volleyball championship game, which they lost. She wasn't there because she got invited to go to the lake with another one of her teammates. So they skipped. And then I told her, so this was a good reinforcement, like about this whole club volleyball thing she wants to do. And I was like, you realize if you do club volleyball, I can't make it to practice because I have a sleepover, or I got invited to go out of town, or I got invited to go to the lake, or I got invited to do this. Like,
that probably helps a lot with perspective.
So, but no, she still was like, I know. Okay. And I'm like, so I'm just kind of like pushing it, like just keep pushing it down the road, hoping that maybe, I don't know. So we'll see what's going to happen.
Yeah. See if like after a month of summer, if she's still asking, maybe the friends stop talking about it so much or whatever.
No, but that's the thing, is she wouldn't be with friends. It's so weird. Listen, if she really wants to do it, we'll do it.
Yeah.
But for fuck's sake. I'm like, can we not just wait till 7th grade?
I know. That's a good way to do it though, is like they have to be pushing for it, calling for it, asking for it, begging for it. All of it. Yeah. Our little girl group is starting, dance tryouts for some team, and they're 7, and I'm like, some of the people are signing up, which is great. I mean, I think if you can tell that's your daughter's thing at that age and it whatever, but I'm like, unless they come knocking at my door saying we need her, or Anna comes knocking at my door saying I need this, I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, because you have your kids are involved in a lot.
They're in a lot, and that would effectively,
we're only sports, and you've got the sports, and like
she's still because she's still young.
Yeah, well, and y'all are doing like the music stuff
and music.
Yeah,
so. Yeah, and I think that's part of it. It's like you're effectively kind of pushing them a certain way at that age, because you're going to have to cut back on some other things if you're doing an extra day of dance or whatever. That's just logistics. So I'm just not ready for that. Plus those competitions and stuff look so scary for moms.
Oh my gosh.
Meaning like there's a lot of mom work.
It's a lot of mom work.
And I don't have it in me.
Do you know how to do a bun? Apparently that's very
the ballet bun with pantyhose on it, and I
slick back
I
bun.
will say I love watching these girls dance. Like, they're
so adorable,
good and so amazing. And if it was Anna, I'd be like dying over it.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's a lot of work and time.
I know.
And money.
My girlfriend Lisa Sydney, her daughter, is super into dance, but she keeps going back and forth on, does she want to be, in the, what do they call it? Company?
Yeah, the company.
Or just regular. And so Sydney will go one day and be like, I love it. And then the next day I'm not, and it's like, I don't know. That whole, I mean, that was never anything Hattie
That's kind of nice when they can just tell you, right?
Right.
If it's a no, that's great.
Right.
Like, I need some more no's out of my kids right now.
Yes.
Because they're giving everything like,
yes.
Yeah, I want to.
Sure. Let's try that. Yeah, I know. But and you want them to try everything. Right. But yeah, you have to figure out what. I
think it'll work itself out.
It will. It will. If you don't lose your mind in the meantime.
Right.
Okay, let's do a little sports.
Which I will.
Talk. Yeah, we all will.
Already happening.
Okay, Sports Scorts brought to us by our friends at Rev and Family Field Day at Globe Life Field.
Yes, this is such a fun event. I've taken my family out to it, and it is coming up on Sunday, June 22nd. Family Field Day out at Globe Life Field. And surely most of y'all have probably been to Globe Life Field by now, but have you ran around on the field with your kids? Probably not. And it's a great summer activity to kind of get you out of the outdoors and the heat. It is an action-packed, family-friendly day that'll include fun activities for children and adults of all ages. And you do get to get directly on the field to experience the ballpark. You can get tickets right now. Some of the things that you can do is the 2023 World Series trophy photo opportunity, yard games, and inflatables for kids of all ages, meet and greets with Rangers captain, wiffle ball, home run derby, face painting, catch on the field, and you can run the bases. So head on over to globelifefield.com/stadium events and buy your tickets. It's so fun. Your kids, it's kind of one of those, a lot of people say core memory stuff, I think too much, but I think it's kind of a core memory thing to get to run around on the baseball field there, and have fun and
it's just a perspective you don't get
exactly
otherwise,
yeah, it's super
regardless
cool.
of how many games you go to, you don't get that perspective. It's
so
a ton of fun.
Take part. Highly recommend.
Oh yeah, and we do have a website for that. I forgot.
I said it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Clearly I wasn't listening to you.
You're zoning out. globelifefield.com/stadium events. Yeah. So yes, make sure you support our friends at Rev Entertainment and support the mom game and go holla out there at Globe Life Field and have some fun with your fam. Lots of sports.
Lots of sports. So Pete Deboer fired.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I feel like there was rumblings, right?
Yeah.
And then the rumblings just started to get louder.
Yeah. Yeah. So after the Stars lost in the Western Conference final, I don't know. I don't know a lot about what's happened this year, right? Because Kelly hasn't been there this year or last year. But I know that at the end of the Western Conference final, when Pete went up to the podium and spoke, and it was not long, I think, after the game, a ton of time hadn't passed since they lost, and he was obviously frustrated.
Yeah.
But what he did by kind of, for those who haven't been following along or don't listen to Stars press conferences, he is the head coach of the Stars, and he kind of went up there and pretty much threw the head goaltender under the bus, saying he's got this record against Edmonton or this record in the Western Conference Finals, not a good record. And that's why he had to pull him in that final game, where they gave up 2 quick goals. They pulled Jake Ottinger and then put in the backup, and they never had a chance from that point on in that game, ended up losing. It was a winner go home situation.
Right.
So, really in most sports, you don't hear a coach just directly throw a player under the bus like that.
I mean, he threw him all the way under there.
All the way under the bus and ran over him a little bit when he was under the bus.
And again.
And he does historically have issues with goaltenders. It's very public. The reason he's been dismissed from his previous team was a back and forth with a goaltender. And him saying that, when I heard that, I was like, oh shit. It's hard to recover. It's hard. You can lose the room really quickly doing something like that. These guys have to want to hear your voice.
Because they've got each other's back in there.
They've got each other's back like crazy.
To the nth degree, yeah.
Yes. And hockey, as we all know, hockey does cool shit.
Yep.
One of the things that is cool that hockey does is protect each other.
Yeah.
Whether it's on the
Keep
ice,
stuff in-house.
off the ice, whether it's beating somebody up because there was a bad check on their teammate, on their captain, or the captain goes to beat somebody up because somebody else on their team got hurt. That translates into the room.
Yeah.
It's not just on the ice.
Right, Fast. Do you think we should approach the NHL about a program called Hockey Does Cool Shit?
Yeah.
Like
what's
ad
our program?
Campaign?
Okay, an ad campaign.
Sorry, not a program.
Yes. What's our program? Are you going to go
the
teach
NHL
some skills?
Does not want me involved in any capacity. Other than talking good about their game.
Yes.
But like, what if we went to the NHL and it was like, hey, we've got this great ad campaign for you. It's called Hockey Does Cool Shit. And then we show all the cool shit hockey does.
And then they'll be like, oh, that's cute. And then we'll like be watching next season and it'll be up on the big
like, Hockey Does Cool Shit
presented by the NHL.
Right.
And then we'll just be like, wah, wah.
I know.
But I think there's something we could do with
it?
this. We should trademark it.
Okay.
Has anyone ever said these words? But have they put them into a segment? No. Hockey does. I mean, it's a legit. We could find something every week during the hockey season, because that is one of the cool things.
Maybe it could be a branded partner. Hockey Does Cool Shit, brought to you by.
Exactly. Now we're talking. Maybe it doesn't have to be the NHL.
Who makes hockey sticks?
Warstick or Easton or one of the brands, or the Dallas Stars centers. Trying to promote, although if it's a kid thing, we probably don't want to use a cuss word in it. But we'll work on this.
We could say stuff.
We'll workshop this.
Okay,
We've got some experts.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
I can go to work. But yeah, that's my point being, it's like they're tight. They'll back each other up on the ice. They'll back each other up in the room. And if you lose the head coach and if you lose the ear of the team, just like in any sport, it's not going to go well for you. Yeah. But you do have the GMs and owners sometimes that are like, tough luck. This is our guy. He has taken you to the Western Conference final 3 years in a row. Yeah. He's got a winning record. Who else is out there? And the guys will have to deal with it. Like we all, but the fact that Jim Nill kind of, it seems like, stood with the players in this situation and
heard them out. Yeah.
Heard them out, I think is cool. I mean, Pete was kind. He was good to us. He was good to Kelly. He was Kelly's boss. So, it's sad anytime you see someone get fired. At the same time, when I heard that, I was like, ooh, this isn't going to end well. You just know it. You just know it. And you know the culture there. Jim Nill is a culture guy. It's important to him that everybody respects each other, that you do things the right way. I just knew that it wasn't going to go well after that.
And maybe a fresh voice can get them over that hump. Yeah. Can get them back to the finals.
Yep. So
final, singular.
The final, finals. Yes. Hockey people will correct you on that.
I'm correcting myself.
Because hockey does cool shit. Like hockey they don't put an S at the end of the word final.
Okay, Rangers, just middling. That's just all they're really doing. Just middling. Everything's, you win 2, lose 3, win 1, lose 1. Mm-hmm. It's just not, it's just very inconsistent.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We're getting down to, the time when you start thinking about, are you a buyer? Are you a seller? If you're a buyer, what are you buying? If you're a seller, what are you selling? So should be interesting to see. Yeah. Some guys have started to pick it up. Marcus is playing well, brought his average up and seems to be turning it around. So there's some positive things. The pitching continues to be ridiculous. It's unbelievable. And to think that you would, I know, like to waste a season, not waste, but to not take advantage of these performances that you're getting is just so heartbreaking. But anyway, it's dog days. I mean, we're, still early-ish, mid-June. So
when's Emily on our TV next?
End of the month.
That's what we really care about. I know.
Here. It's like last weekend in June, my one series a month.
Yeah. Last weekend in June. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be out there.
Can Mom Game fans like pick your outfits or something?
Sure. Yeah.
We need to make a bid of this.
I don't care. Yeah. Here she comes.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. But it's been funny. I'm getting asked a lot lately, like, do you miss it? And I'm like, I love it when I'm there, but I don't wish I was there when I wasn't. Yeah. If that makes sense. So I feel like it's a really good place to be. To have this kind of transition time, and who knows if I'll be back next year or whatever. But I think this is way better than just going cold turkey, as far as retiring totally. So yeah, it's a good balance. And I'm, doing like the insurance business has been really busy and good. And, and then I'm still doing, obviously this, and then, just
You're still quite busy.
Very, very busy, but that's a good thing.
Yeah. So, well, good. I'm glad you're at kind of peace with where everything's at there.
Yeah. I did want to mention, I know you got a couple of quick hits too. The Donnie Nelson. Did you see that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
That was hilarious.
First of all, Nelly's lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks good.
That's why I didn't recognize him.
So he looks good, but like, I guess before like and I don't mean, Nelly, I love you. Zero chance he's listening. But like his head was always proportionate to his body. Mm-hmm. Did you feel like, because he lost all this weight, like his head just seemed really
GLP-1
large.
drug.
Oh, no, that's not that. No, I felt like his head was big.
Well, I'm just wondering if that's how he lost all his weight.
Is that, oh.
Because everyone's losing weight.
Well, some people were saying because he stopped drinking.
Well, that'll do it too, right? He does look so different.
He looks so different. He looks fantastic. He's like 80 now, right?
Yeah.
But he looks great. Seems to be like super happy, which, you know, I would be too if I was living in Hawaii,
right?
Smoking
what do
weed
you
all the
not
time.
have to be happy about? But yeah.
So he was, anyway, he's getting this award, you know, and I think Rick Carlisle either presented him with it or was there.
He's 85, by the way.
85?
Yeah.
Damn, he looks good. Good
So
for
this was
you,
during
Nelly.
the NBA finals, because in the NBA they do use an S.
So he like unsolicited talks about how he's wearing Luka Doncic's latest shoes, and he's doing it because he's protesting the fact that the Mavericks trade him, and he thought it was a dumb decision. And you don't trade.
Talk about no filter. Getting
you
to
know,
the point where
listen,
you say what you want. You
when
don't
you're
give
a
a crap.
badass like Don Nelson, I mean, you're already a badass, and then now you're an old badass. It's like, fuck, I'll say whatever the hell I want to say whenever I want to say it.
You don't have to kiss anyone's ass.
No,
I'm not trying to get jobs.
Give everybody
trying to play the game.
double bird on the way out, like whatever.
And
God
he
bless. That's
got-
gonna be great. Can you imagine? I'm kind of scared of me if I make it to 85.
Ooh, yeah,
That's gonna be something.
me too.
It's gonna be. Julie's like, take me first, Jesus. Take me first.
You know what? I'll probably my mind will be gone by then. You can be mean to me all you want.
And you're gonna
I'll just be like, hi.
You're gonna be. You're gonna be so. You're.
Oh well, you sure are cute.
You're.
What's your
Oh yeah.
name?
You're gonna be so
That'll be
conditioned to
me.
it by then. God, the filter's already basically non-existent.
I recognize
Yeah.
you. Were you on TV one
Yeah.
time?
And then you'll totally be with it, and then you're just bullshitting, like just to piss me off.
Oh, I hope so.
I know you remember me. goddammit.
Oh my god. We could totally.
that's
What if
funny.
we're still doing this when we're 80?
There is. If I,
You would have to take a break.
would.
What if we pick it back up? Can we make
We're
it
5 years in. I already
If
need a break.
we are both still 80, okay. Well, you would be 80. I would be 70.
Okay.
I know, I'm just trying to.
do the math.
72 or 73.
72.
If you're still 80, if you're alive when you're 80, and we still somehow can get in contact with each other.
Boy, I mean, why wouldn't we be able? Like,
I don't know.
are we not able to
I
use
might be
phones
Don
when we're
Nelson in
70?
Hawaii off
This
the
is-
grid.
this is
if all
true.
goes well, if all goes as planned.
According to my calculations, by that time I should be high in Hawaii.
Yes, I'll be living in Kauai and hopefully not in a volcano.
Okay.
But this is our pact.
Okay.
You don't have to say yes. I won't pressure you.
I'll say yes.
If you're 80, when you're 80 and we can talk, we can get our kids or our grandkids, or
Oh
probably
my
be some
God.
even way cooler way than like talking into a microphone. Then we will bring back the Mom Game podcast, but it'll be the Grandmom Game
Okay.
podcast.
Okay.
And
I
we
like
will
it.
continue on, at least do like a little mini series of a few episodes.
Okay. Sure. I'm in.
Cheers. That means that's a truce in our world.
That is, yes, that's a handshake deal right there. Yeah, sounds good to
We
me.
can put it on paper.
Put it on. Get that shit notarized.
The grandma game coming soon.
Yes.
But I would die if there were just some funny grandmas shooting the shit. I would probably listen to that.
Oh my God, I'm gonna be so wheels off as a grandmother.
You are.
And as an old lady, like when I'm done, like having real jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
The wheel, I mean, they're already just real wobbly, but I'm just going to let them come all the way off.
Yeah, you are.
God bless. I hope Mike
Great.
doesn't
That's
leave
the great
me.
part. We've got to have something to look forward to, right?
I know, but I
Like-
don't know if Mike has it in him for that. I mean,
He does. He'll just go sit in his fishing room.
we're already teetering.
More than he already is.
We're already,
Grandpa's fishing room.
We're
He's gonna be in his recliner. Like, oh, Grandpa's in his
oh,
fishing room.
speaking of,
again.
he asked for one for Father's Day.
It's already happening.
He
already
seriously did.
He's getting
I'm
ready
like,
for Grandpa.
Do you have room for a recliner in your fishing room?
I'm like,
He's
he
like,
doesn't want to leave that room.
he said, I want to, and he's getting a fan. He's like, it gets hot in there in the summer. I'm like, we have a really nice house. But
You
can
understand why he
hang
likes
out
that
in
room, right?
Shut up.
He knows there's a really nice house.
So
And he'd rather
weird. He's
you
always in the fishing
away.
area.
Close the door.
Before it's like, that should tell me something probably. Okay. Yeah. But I will say, I'm not mad about it.
No, right?
No.
You get your own space.
Yeah.
You're winning, and you get the big house.
This is true. This
get
is
the
true.
rest.
Oh my gosh, I would go nuts in that
And
room.
what you need to do is build your kids a little mini fishing room next to him. Put some little bunk beds in there.
Oh my
So now you
God.
can all go in there, and
Well,
then you just have the big house.
Yeah. Banish everyone away.
Yeah.
We got, speaking of the bunk room or bunk beds, so we got a fucking ping pong table.
Oh, nice. Why is it a
Yeah.
fucking ping pong table?
Well, because I wasn't intending to have a ping pong table. There's no place for it to permanently live in my house as it is currently constructed in my head. And so it's just
Emily's
gave me
letting
great
loose. Things are
anxiety.
getting a little crazy.
Well, I didn't buy it. So we passed by our friend's house on the way to baseball, and there's a ping pong table out by the street because they want someone to take it. Like, here it is for your game. Mom! Mike's like, honey, go. Ask Ann. Ask Miss Draper if they're just whipping me. Can we ask if we can have it? Are they giving it away? And I'm like, well, yeah, that's why they put it by the street. Yeah. So I text my friend Ann, and I'm like, hey, so what's the story with this ping pong table? She's like, oh, it's great. It's awesome. And I was like, so is it falling apart? Like, it's not in good condition? She's like, no, it's in great condition. We're just done with it. I was like, okay, so, but is it like, is there a defect and a recall on it or something? Like, I'm just trying to find a way to not get the fucking ping pong table. She's like, no, it's great. And I'm like, okay. She's like, why? And I was like, I think my family wants it. She's like, oh, great. So, and it's so funny because everyone that I've told that we got this ping pong table or that saw the picture of my kids playing ping pong, the first thing everyone says is, oh gosh, where are you going to put that? Because they know.
When in reality, there's so much space to put it.
But think it's a big fucking
It doesn't match.
Well, it's a big...
You've got a lot of space.
I do have some space. I don't have space for a ping pong table to be out on display and ready to be played 24/7.
So where did it end up?
So it's in the bunk room right now. Before we leave for vacation, I will put it in the pool equipment room, which is right off the pool. And it's right off the bunk room. So it's an easy wheel.
Okay.
It's an easy wheel.
Nice.
They're already bitching about it. And I'm like...
About it leaving the bunk room?
Yes, but I'm like...
The bunk room has space.
But then it's tight and it's not aesthetically pleasing.
Well, it's the kids' bunk room.
It's the kids' bunk room that I am letting them use while they live in my house.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry about that sidetrack.
Drunk friend's bunk room.
Well, and then yesterday I had to clean out the pool equipment room to make sure there was adequate space and it wasn't all gross to put the ping pong. You could eat dinner in the pool equipment room.
Amazing.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It made me so happy.
Yeah. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Your clean pool equipment room.
Thank you.
I am actually proud of you that you got a ping pong table because that's fun. Ping pong is fun. So fun.
It is fun.
When my dad was older and he couldn't play tennis anymore. He had Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Those that haven't been here and don't know that. When he couldn't, he used to be a tennis pro. When he couldn't really do much, he would dance and play ping pong. Country music and dance around and then ping pong. And he could still play ping pong. And it was front and center in his house. Like you walk in the front door, different situation.
Yeah, but it's fun. And
it's fun.
Hattie and Henry actually want to play it together. And
well, they like pickleball. They're good at pickleball. It's all related. It's the hand-eye. It's actually good practice.
It's fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm actually proud of myself for relinquishing a little bit of control and letting that happen. But I do need my family to understand that it's just not going to live there. Also too, can we also just say what are you writing? What are you writing? You're taking notes.
Emily got a ping pong table. It's going to make it into my description.
Here comes psychotic Emily again.
No, I'm excited.
But here's the deal. I'm like, also, if you want to play ping pong, you need to work for it. It's going to take you 2 minutes to wheel that shit around the corner.
They can do that.
And put it in the bunk room.
They can do that.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
I'm not just going to spoon feed you here.
Right.
If you want to play ping pong, go get the shit out of the whatever.
And then you'll have a little standoff, and then ultimately you'll win because they'll want to play ping pong.
And because I'm relentless and have extreme
I think that's fine.
control issues.
Yes. Okay. The only one big sports thing I wanted to get to outside of what we've already talked about, well, I guess there's two, because I know you were really tuned into the College World Series.
Great season by my Red Raiders. Congrats to Texas. They had a hell of a year too, and we just our little she's not little and she's fucking good. Our pitcher, the stud pitcher, she just ran out of gas. She had thrown every pitch of that since the postseason started. Like, she's a stud, but and I don't think there's any damage that she could be doing. Like, it's not irresponsible for her to pitch as much as she did, but I think you just get fucking tired.
Yeah.
And Texas is good. And it was a fun series. It was fun to watch. It was both games before the third game were dramatic. The first two games were dramatic and come from behind, and it was super fun.
Now, I know it was Texas and Tech, but I did feel like a lot of people were talking about it, watching it.
Yeah, and way more than in years past.
Yes, and then the numbers backed it up, because Game 3 of the Women's College World Series final drew 2.4 million viewers on ESPN, making it the most watched college softball game ever. So that was Game 3. 1 and 2 each drew 2.1 million viewers, the largest audience ever for the first two games.
Yeah.
So that's really exciting.
I know, good for the ladies.
Yeah,
and
you
I
don't
think
hear
that's
a ton
fantastic.
about women's softball in the College World Series.
Well, and I will say, good on Tech and the booster who gave the money to pay candidate, Nigeria. I want to say her name right. Nigeria candidate, I believe is her name correctly. I know her name. I just don't know if I'm saying it correctly. Right. But good on that family who made that decision to do that. Good on Tech for not allowing, but doing that, facilitating that. And then they brought her back, already secured her for next year as well. But I feel like that signing really did put women's softball in a bigger spotlight, because that gained so much attention, the deal that she got. And so I feel like that it's good for them, good for Tech, good for her. I mean, get it, girl. Go get all of it. Go get all of it you can. I mean, and here's the deal. It's you talk about this all the time as far as in business, and I know for me, when I am figuring out if someone reaches out, and I had somebody reach out a couple weeks ago, and it's like, hey, would you want to work this, that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, and I used to feel weird about it, but now I'm right off the bat, sure, I'm available, but I need to know the fee right up front. How much are you paying? And it used to make me feel awkward, but now I'm like, F that. I've worked for 25 years. This is basically me being, for lack of a better word, and please don't think I'm being braggy, but it's like being a mechanic. You're a certified great mechanic. You've been working on cars for 25 years. You're good. You're better than somebody who's been doing it for 3. You get, you should be rewarded for the brand that you've built, for the reputation you've established, all that kind of stuff. And so I used to feel really weird about that, but now I'm like, this is what I'm willing to work for. And then anything below that, I'm just not. Right. And so it used to feel weird saying no, or turning down an opportunity, or having to ask what the rate is to MC an event or to do a thing. And then I'm like, why would I be? Oh,
and that's everyone, right? I'm the same. Yeah.
And so it's but why would we be? This is our job. This is our profession. This is what we've worked really hard to establish. There's a reason why someone's asking you to do something. This is your rate, or this is what you're willing to do. And if they're not willing to meet you where you are, then it's okay, no hard feelings, but peace out.
Right.
Exactly. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
And so my whole point of that was good for her. And that, I think that's what we're seeing with these college athletes, is that, people are they're not worth it. Well, I mean, your value is what somebody is willing to pay you to do a job and to do something. And so
free agency.
Right. And so it's I'm not hating on anybody for getting theirs. And if somebody's willing to pay you that amount of money to do this X amount of, throw this many pitches or whatever, go get it.
Go get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, why not? So I just thought that was kind of exciting. And then the other one also, I guess it's Girl Power Day or something. But I liked this story because I saw a picture of these 3 ladies, and it was the new Colt owners, actually, where I saw it on the ticket, Facebook group or something that it pops up in my feed because they're all like hot. And so it's like the ticket Facebook group is just people that talk about like hot chicks. That's what it is. But the 3 hot chicks in that group are the new owners of the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts have officially passed the ownership to Jim Irsay's 3 daughters after he passed away last month.
Yeah.
So it's 3 ladies that are running this NFL team.
Yeah, awesome. Which
is
I'm
awesome.
sure they know so much the ins and outs of that.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have sons or is it just 3 daughters?
I think it's just the 3 daughters.
Because if it is and that's all he's had is 3 daughters, I bet he's cultivated that environment.
Yeah. And that's like
and
what
good
they're
on
saying.
him.
The oldest one, Carly is her name. She's going to be the principal owner and CEO as part of long-standing plans set forth by Jim.
Yeah.
To your point.
Yeah.
So I just think that's pretty cool. Man, if we could get them on the show, I'd love just that perspective, right?
Yeah.
All of a sudden you're like owners of an NFL team.
Yeah.
3 ladies. So
good for them.
Another cool little nugget.
Oh, one other cool nugget, and I don't have the specifics on it, but you might could Google it if you want real fast. Jeffrey Lurie, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, his family donated a buttload of money to autism research.
Oh, really?
Apparently
$50 million.
Brother, yeah. And it's like the largest single gift for autism research, like in the history of autism research. Yeah. So I thought of you when I heard that.
Is he autistic? Does he have an autistic
He has
kid?
an brother.
Autistic brother.
That's just, again, you fact check me on all of it. I just heard it on the radio.
That's amazing. I mean, that can make such an impact.
For sure. So I thought that was cool and would be of interest to you since you're
I'm dealing with
a little rider. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very cool.
Okay. You want to move?
Let's move.
We good? Okay. What is on yo feed? Brought to us by our friends at Audrie Dollins Media.
Yes, Audrie Dollins Media, a one-stop shop for your business. If you want to get yourself out and in front of the people even more than you already are, they can help with influencer management. They can hook you up with influencers to help spread the word about your business, like us. Brand management, monetization management, collaboration management, influencer campaigns, content creation and photography, social media management, and website design. Make sure you go check out our new website, themomgamepod.com. Audrie Dollins herself put it together and it looks amazing. But basically, they can do whatever it is that you need when it comes to branding, marketing, and they can let you focus on your business instead of messing with all that other stuff. And they're wonderful to work with.
Yeah. And we've had a number of people who have reached out to us and asked to get in touch with Audrie and like, how can she help them? And it's been a great working relationship between us. Oh, also speaking of great working relationships, Robbie from Estill Dog Psychology, we'll have more information about it later, but he's going to do that kids camp that he talked about.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And it's just like a 1-day camp, like getting yourself kids familiar with dogs and how to handle them and work with them and stuff like that. It's August 9th. I'll have more details, but
let me know because my kids will go.
And he's also amazing. And another one of those like just natural fit, great partners, especially for me with my dogs and they're so much better than they used to be. I'm so thankful. And he's going to watch them when we're in Florida.
Oh, that's great.
My mom was going to try to take care of him, but she's had some back issues. And I feel like it just makes me feel more comforted, sorry, Mom. Like it just makes me feel better to know that they're with Robbie. Like they're going to go out. They'll be able to go on walks every day.
About Canada. That might be a good opportunity.
For sure.
Because my parents might not be, they might leave town to come visit us in Canada, and that's where my dog was going to go. And Belle kind of needs it. The more I still walk her and we're walking along and then she's like, "Arr!" Like I told you, she eats the leash and freaks out and it's like that and then the barking. So he's awesome.
So huge thank you to Robbie, but we'll have more details on that kids camp coming up. And he's made us the official media sponsor of the Kids camp.
Oh,
yes. That's why I was asking for our logo. He wanted our logo to put on the banners and stuff, which was nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Ryder and Anna made a flyer for a pet sitting business.
Okay.
So I think they need a little bit. They could put that on their resume.
Absolutely, they could. Yeah. Yes, on their flyer.
Exactly.
Like,
certified
kids camp. Yes, absolutely.
It's the cutest flyer you've ever seen. I'll have to show
please.
You.
I know Henry's been doing. Him and his friend Wyatt have been doing like odd jobs around too. They made a flyer, and
so many kids are doing this lately. It's
and
amazing.
I love it.
Yes.
I'm like, go, but also too, it's like, you have to temper the expectation. Like, okay. But it's also good for them to they're like knocking on doors and like getting told no, which is also important to be able to,
handle that.
Yeah.
They're used to being
Because let me tell you something.
coddled.
Rejection is going to happen a lot.
Yeah.
If your life is anything like mine. Just kidding.
Most people.
I'm not kidding. Actually, I'm very serious. Okay. So
There's something interesting coming up on our rundown that I'm ready to talk about.
the TikTok trend
Yes.
of putting
I've heard about this. I
jalapenos
haven't
in.
tried it yet.
So I have.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Actually, a couple times.
So what's the trend?
So it's sliced up jalapenos, so I slice up jalapenos and then put them in the freezer. And then I will tell you, I've done a number of trials on this as far as like what wines it works best with. So let's see what this story says. There's a trend that's been recently going viral on social media where people are putting jalapenos in their white wine, specifically a chilled glass of Sauvignon Blanc with frozen jalapenos in it. You leave the seeds in. So I did this Memorial Day weekend when we had people over, and it went over great. I don't know if great. Like the Sauvignon Blanc, I don't know, the balance of it. So it says the wine has organic compounds called pyrazines, which are also found in bell peppers and jalapenos. And so it's like balances it out. I don't know. I'm willing to try
margaritas.
I'm willing to try anything. And so I'm like, yeah, if I don't like it, I won't do it anymore. But with the Sauvignon Blanc, it was great. I tried it in some bubbles, and I will say I almost choked on my own air. So when you have a Prosecco or bubbles, champagne, whatever, and like you take a drink and like that, the carbonation, whatever, the bubbly stuff, you don't even take a drink. It's just like the air, right? The air bubbles.
Yeah.
And then you put the jalapenos in, and it was too much. But I will, and then I tried it with Chardonnay. No, it's a no on the Chardonnay. It's a no for me, dog.
Yeah.
Sauvignon Blanc.
Mostly in these articles and TikTok and everything, it's all Sauv Blanc.
Yes. Savi B, as everyone's calling it. So
are they?
All you do is you just slice up the jalapenos and then freeze them. And then if you feel like you don't want like too much, then once they're frozen, just take your thumb and push out the seeds. And then if you just want like you don't want it so intense, you could just once they're frozen, you can just push them out.
Yeah.
And then just leave the little ring.
Okay.
But it's really good. I highly suggest it. It's super fun. It's like, I don't know. It's a little light, refreshing thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how it took off or why it became a thing, but it
TikTok.
definitely is a thing because fucking TikTok. Yeah.
That's right.
So anyway, one thing I wanted to do on what's on your feed, I want to do a quick experiment. So have you been getting like random junk text messages? They're scams, and I'm fully aware of it. Okay, so I got this one 2 or 3 times this morning. Could we have a quick chat to explore this further? Okay.
I think I got that same exact one.
Did you?
Yeah.
So I was I'm gonna respond and see how this works out.
Okay.
So I'm sure. They're
gonna call you.
Exclamation point.
We'll
see what they say. Oh yeah, let's go. So I did this one time and I kind of fell for it because they had a really good one where it was like, oh, hey, Jenny. And I'm like, oh, not Jenny. Because also I have the OCD where I have to respond to every message, right? And so I was like, oh, wrong number. Sorry. And they're like, oh, you seem so nice. I'm like, because I said you have the wrong number. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So I'm like, but I kind of want to know, like, where's this going? Like, where are you going to take this?
Right.
Is it another mistaken identity? And then, oh, you sound great from your one word response. Did you have the same one?
Yeah, I probably can't find it very
but like
quickly,
I
was getting a few of them. I just kept going on with my life, but like they were weird.
Okay, and then the other one is the toll tag one.
Oh. They're different numbers. So one of mine says, "Come to eat seafood at home."
How is come spelled?
like it normally is. What should I reply? Where?
COME. On my way.
And then reply to play a game of ball.
Oh no. Jasmine just said they can potentially. Oh gosh, we're giving her anxiety. No, do not ever respond. They could potentially send you a virus. Don't ever respond to those. This is giving me so much anxiety. Okay, experiment over.
Yeah, because I got
Jasmine's
Saturday play a game of ball, and then Sunday
block and delete always. She is all capsing us. She is yelling at me.
Okay,
right
fine.
now.
She's right. She's probably right.
Okay, well, here, this is a lesson to everyone. This is our public service announcement.
That was the whole exercise.
Oh my gosh, stop yelling at us. Jasmine, for fuck's sake, she's all capsing everything. Glenn is also saying you can please sit up. You are slouching.
because we're just getting yelled at.
Goodness.
How about this?
Your
How about
mom
this?
would be so
We're not
mad.
looking
You know
anymore.
what? Where's the middle
We're
finger
going
emoji?
rogue. We're gonna slouch and reply to these.
I just sent her the middle finger emoji.
Kidding.
Take that, slouchy. Glenn said, I don't think
We're
Glenn
getting
said
yelled
it.
at.
I think it was Jasmine that said it, and she's trying to blame Glenn.
Yeah, is Glenn also yelling at us about the text messages?
Glenn would never say something like that our
He
moms
wouldn't.
would be so disappointed. Okay. All right, moving on.
Well, that was a fun exercise. But yes, I'm getting weird ones.
Okay.
Like seafood and play ball and like
So weird.
What are these people doing?
I don't
They
know.
need to get a life.
Well, I thought that was going to be a fun experiment, and then Jasmine just pissed all over it. Okay. So we're going to do the news desk. I'm going to read it. Did you notice I got our colors wrong?
I know.
Sorry.
Whatever works.
I
You
know.
go for it.
Okay. TMG News Desk brought to us by our friends at Early Bird CBD. I mentioned them a little bit earlier. They're so essential to my peaceful sleeping. I will be popping a couple right before I leave for vacation. Not right before I leave. I shouldn't
Not
say
before
that.
You drive.
The night before I leave.
Yeah.
So I can sleep and then wake up and feel refreshed and not foggy and all that fun stuff. We're going to talk about Early Bird in the news in this segment, but right now I want to remind you that you should get yours while you can. The Mom Game 20. No, the Mom Game 20 is active and good for 20% off your first order online. Even if you've ordered with them before, that one-time code is good once again. So earlybirdcbd.com to check them out. If you reach out to them and let them know the Mom Game sent you, the thing that makes them so magical is there is a microdose of hint of THC from hemp. That's what gives you that little zen and the sleepy for me. Everybody's body responds differently, but that's the way it works for me, which is amazing. Okay, so on that note, THC is very much in the news.
It is.
Right now, which it definitely affects Early Bird. And why?
We can help.
I know. I emailed Eric and I was like, this is not good. Like, I can't live without my Early Bird.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess the
Texas House and Senate passed a bill that would ban all hemp-derived THC products in Texas and make them criminal to possess. That's crazy.
And it's dumb.
That
Aren't we
includes Early
allowing
Bird.
like, is it now like a small, like,
It's like a small industry.
no, but aren't like small doses of like regular pot legal now?
Yeah.
Or
Well,
something?
that's what this is. It's tiny doses of THC. And so this is saying that it would ban all hemp-derived THC products and make them illegal. So yeah, this is very sad and scary, and hopefully
I feel like
it doesn't
we're going
pass.
the wrong way.
We
here.
are, because there's a lot of like reasons why people think this is happening. Like one being like a lot of that big alcohol businesses are suffering because people are finding other ways to relax, and they're even making like THC drinks and seltzers and everything. Like just at my golf tournament I was at the other day, they offered us some drink that was like, it wasn't maybe it was mushrooms, but it was like not alcohol. But there's just all these things competing now with alcohol, where alcohol used to be the big bad.
Yeah.
They made so much money. They make so much money off of people just wanting to like escape a little bit.
Right.
And now there's these other ways. And I think that's part of it, because a lot of those
Not
big
sure why I didn't
alcohol
think about
companies,
that, but yeah,
like
it makes
donors,
perfect
everything
sense.
else.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of reasons people think this could be happening. Probably not, because they think it's in the best interest of the people. Like then you would ban gambling, you would ban alcohol, liquor, cigarettes. Like,
Right.
So why this? Like, why THC? By one estimate, 50,000 Texans will also lose their jobs. And about $8 billion in tax revenue will go away. So there's a lot of like layers of this and like layers of the onion
it's
that
so
it affects.
crazy. Like, did you? It's so crazy the way politics works, because it's not really for the greater good. It's just about like who can money whip you the most. It's really sad and gross. So I watched that. Did you watch the Tylenol murders documentary by chance? So I had never even really heard about this. It was like in the early to mid 80s. Like this Tylenol was laced with cyanide. It was totally wheels off. And so I watched this documentary and I was left thinking like, what a bunch of idiots we are. Like, not idiots, but like, and I take that all back. Not what a bunch of idiots we are. What a bunch of crooked SOBs are running our government, like just in general. And how, so basically
It's kind of crazy.
Tylenol, like they were saying, like there was no cyanide in their place. Anyway, please don't fact check me on all this. I mean, I just watched a documentary, but anyway, they blamed this guy, which this guy was shady AF, whatever. But they were claiming like, well, we're totally innocent in this. And they had to redo their packaging and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, then ends up like the CEO of whatever, of Tylenol, whoever owns Tylenol. This is such a great story. So like Ronald Reagan gave him like the Medal of Honor for pharmaceuticals. I don't know, whatever. But like basically was like, you've been through so much. And turns out like how many ever years later, they're like, actually there was cyanide in a plant. It was probably happening, you know, with someone inside of the, anyway, it was just this whole, and I was just like, we're so just trusting, and then we just assume that like because they said they weren't involved, and then they, you know, the government says they weren't involved. And
remember when you were like talking about big pharma and we made a big joke of it,
dude?
This is big pharma.
Well,
all this, a lot of this.
That was the biggest pharma.
Yeah,
and it's like, yeah, it's just big.
It's big.
It's
back
big
then,
bully,
and
and
a couple years ago,
it's big lobby.
It's becoming like I'm seeing it now more and more. You know, it's just whether it's that, like whether it's Tylenol or this or that, it's just it's a real thing. It's
I'm sure everyone appreciates the accurate depiction of Tylenol murders.
Cut that off. I'm gonna splice that off and post it and be like,
just be like,
it's gonna be like my pig.
If you want to, thorough, accurate recap of the Tylenol murders documentary, please listen to this 40-second rambling.
Danny
of
recite
shit.
that word for word.
God. Seriously. I don't know. I'm not good at my job.
You are. There was one story you told recently and someone was like, that was wonderful storytelling, like on YouTube about you. So it was just that particular story.
Okay.
You didn't have all the details prepared.
I'm just not good at recounting things.
This is something I learned from doing radio, because it's scary AF when you start a story and then people start asking you for all the details, like Dan or Bob or Norm, and I'm like, I don't remember every little thing about it.
Yeah.
So I just stopped, like, unless I was fully ready to tell the damn story
and
I
answer
had
all
notes,
the questions.
I just didn't tell my story, and that's why I would usually just weigh in with dumb shit, because it's a lot easier than trying to like tell stories.
Way more my speed.
Yes. So that's just something I learned over the years.
I know.
But I appreciate your attempt at the Tylenol story.
Thank you. Do you appreciate the noise coming out of the hole in my face?
That was the noise coming out of the hole in your face.
That was totally noise coming out of the hole in my face.
It was. But I think if there was something that was a takeaway, it was like people should go watch this, and it was interesting.
It was interesting.
And that you're starting to learn more about
big pharma.
Big pharma.
Yeah. And big government. And big
government.
Stuff. And maybe that whole going to live in Utah or Wyoming or wherever you said might
Remember?
be
Idaho.
Idaho. Even better. I love potatoes.
There you go.
Okay, one last thing. I think we've just got one more thing. So, and I wanted to ask you about this because I thought, because you're a Taylor stan? Swift stan?
I'm a Taylor stan.
Yeah. So we've talked about how quiet they've been, but then they were at like his cousin's wedding and they looked super cute and super normal and super happy. His hair, I'm not a fan of.
I'm not either. I don't really know what was happening there.
I don't either. And like he was wearing like baggy pants.
Yeah.
I'm like,
and you know what? He's probably just saying, F you guys, this is me.
And I want to wear whatever
he's always
I
worn
want.
the baggy pants.
He always has. But it's like, damn, dude, you got a good old body. Like he's fun to look at.
Yes. I like
very
him more with like shaved head, like with a little bit of hair. How do you like your Travis Kelce?
I know.
I mean, he has had a lot of hairstyles lately. Like I feel like the poor guy can't figure out his hair.
But the feathered thing, and I like
it was like 90s style, hard down the middle, like Zach Morris
it was
Zach Morris.
Definitely giving Zach Morris. You don't say vibes anymore, right? It's just you're giving Zach Morris.
I still say vibes. You can say vibes.
Oh, I feel like
but you've nailed it with the giving.
Giving. Yeah. It was giving Zach Morris.
It's giving Zach Morris.
But yeah, he's fun to look at for sure. I mean, but
has he trumped Kevin Costner for you?
Well, I mean, I feel like Kevin might appreciate me more.
In this fantasy world, that doesn't matter. It's not a real relationship.
No, it is.
Oh.
In fantasy world, it is. Like, I feel like, I don't know, there's just something so very hot about him.
Travis?
No, well, both. But
Kevin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's just so
Rugged.
Yes. Rugged.
But yes, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift did go to a wedding.
Sorry, we need to have a
Woo!
All right, back to center.
Back to center. You're right, though. It's like once she made this announcement that she owned all of her music, she went back to being herself. Like,
Yeah.
which is cool.
I know. Well, and they were like at his cousin's wedding and people were taking pictures and they looked super cute.
In Tennessee, like
And-
Knoxville, I think.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? The night
What?
before that, I had a dream
Oh, dear.
that I met her.
Okay.
And like, I forget. I think I was somewhere like workish, like this or like somewhere. And she like walked in and stayed and she was like, Julie. And we hung out for a while. And then other people heard that she was there. And there were specific people in my life that showed up. They were like, oh, Taylor's here. Oh, and they took pictures of them and Taylor and posted it immediately, like before I even had taken my pictures because I was trying to play it cool.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know what that's symbolic of, but
It means your friends are assholes.
I don't really have any friends that are like rushing to take pictures.
just
Yeah, but these people, it was weird.
Yes.
And they were like, oh, Taylor's here. We got to run there and take our picture and post it. And I'm up here like wasting all the time. I didn't post a picture because I'm like, I'm nurturing this friendship with Taylor.
Obviously.
I'm not going to make her feel like she's just an object.
Obviously.
So that was the night before those pictures came out that she was mingling with the people at the wedding. She was mingling with me in my dream. Isn't that weird?
It is. It is a little weird.
Because, you know, when you wake up and you're like, am I friends with Taylor Swift?
Oh, did you really think that?
Yeah, I thought that she came and hung out with me in this like second floor loft that was in my dream.
Oh,
Yeah.
can you imagine what Taylor Swift would think of us? God bless.
I think she'd like us.
I think she would like us too.
Yeah.
Just because we're wheels off.
Yeah. And we've
normal.
always been on the right side of the ledger of like so many people hate on her. I've never hated on her.
no.
Even you haven't hated on
No.
her. We've always been on the right side of history.
Even I haven't hated on Taylor Swift.
With Taylor. We've been on the right side of history.
We have. So when she goes to review the tape, she'll know.
Yeah.
The mom game has had her back.
But how cool to just be at a wedding and see Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Like that.
But you
I love
know-
these photos popping up.
But you know that most of the guests knew.
I don't know.
Well,
surely
because-
the bride knew.
Well,
Yeah.
because it's Travis Kelce's cousin.
Yeah, that's true. But I think a lot of times they haven't been going to things like this, or
Right.
he would go by himself or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, because it can be a security issue. Like it can, for one, you're going to take over the wedding. For two, like
I know.
security.
And then you're like, wouldn't you
Paparazzi.
feel bad? Like,
And yes.
like
That's
these
why she
people are
wrote the
getting
song
married.
Peace about how whoever ended up with her will never have peace. It's called Peace. Like, because they're never going to be able to just go to a wedding
Yeah.
or just go to dinner. Like, there's always going to be a fucking sideshow
Okay,
around.
I need to listen to that song.
It's
I don't know that
great
one.
song. And she even,
But don't you
it's
think
a good
like
song.
I feel like Travis Kelce's kind of built for no peace.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't want peace.
Yeah.
He wants the limelight.
Yeah.
He wants the spotlight.
I think he's going to be fine.
And
with
he's
it.
also fine sharing, not just sharing, but like putting her on a pedestal.
Oh yeah.
So I think he's the perfect one for her. And in fact, a picture of the wedding invitation was posted and it says Taylor and Travis
that.
Kelce. And everyone's like, are they married?
I know. They're
So
not married.
I don't think so, but I could also see them just secretly getting married because they don't want any attention about getting married.
What is going to happen when she gets pregnant? People are going to fucking lose their minds.
Yeah.
They're going
They
to lose
are.
their minds.
Yeah. I'm really happy for her. And I'm excited that now she owns her own music. You can tell that like meant the world to her. It cost a shit ton of money, but
Yeah.
it's cool because her fans were able to help her do it by allowing her to make a shit ton of money on the Eras tour. Then she took that and went back and bought her own music. So it just goes back to like her relationship with the fans.
I know. I mean,
So that's pretty cool.
And listen, like I don't love to I like her music. I like her. I'm not like
Yeah.
obsessed with her, but I'm like I get why
Principle of that's
people
messed up.
for sure. So, and I think she's a smart ass businesswoman, and I just feel like it's with anything else. People that don't like her, it's just because she's overexposed.
Yeah.
and it's not her fault.
Right.
She doesn't want to be overexposed.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, there are people that definitely want to be overexposed. She is not one of them.
So remember how I watched the AMAs because I was waiting for her to announce the Reputation album. It's not happening anymore.
Because she owns it.
She owns it. So that album's never going to be announced. Like a Taylor's version of the album. She doesn't even have to make it. And she even said, she's like, I own this now. I'm not going to re-record it. I don't have to. But also I couldn't recreate that one because I was in such a place in my world, in my life, in my mind that I can't, like, I felt so wrong to go try and relive that whole
good
era.
for her.
So she's never re-releasing it. So all the dumb clown Swifties like me that were like waiting for this big reveal, it's not coming. Which is great. She doesn't need to do the Taylor's version anymore because now she owns her own music. So.
Okay, I did not know that. I didn't know that's what this meant.
I was trying to bring it back to the mom game convo that we had. Yeah.
Well, thank you for
You're
that.
welcome. But yeah.
Now I'm worried about my posture.
Me too. We got yelled at by Glenn and Jasmine.
Well, I think it was Jasmine, not Glenn. Okay. Anything else? Because next week I'm gone.
You're
going to be able to run this
peacing
ship
out.
without me?
Yes. In fact, I've got a lot going on.
Oh, okay.
Meaning like just a lot of guest and interviews that I have to coordinate still.
Maybe I shouldn't just not come back ever again then.
No, I'm glad you're getting your break. I am going to have a co-host by the name of Jake Kemp. He's going to co-host the show with me, and I want to talk to him about, the whole rehab thing and like talk about it a little more in depth than I think he's talked about it on the Dumb Zone with Dan.
Yeah.
And also his daughter is going through mental health stuff just as my son is, and we're going to have Sandra Murcott from Braintopia on. She owns the company. She is big into this neurofeedback, and you've probably listened to me talk about it over the last few weeks, and she will be able to explain this way better than I ever have, and I think it's going to be a great conversation. So that's what I got. Well, you're going to be on the beach, and I'm glad you're getting to go.
I know. I'm super, super excited. And one more before we go. I did meet with your friend Morgan, who now is my friend Morgan, at House of Skin and Health. And made the trip to Dallas. She took blood from me. I'm waiting on those results. Started me already on something called NAD. She sat with me for an hour. We talked about all the things. I took her all my supplements that I was taking. She went through each one of them. Like, I was like, you're exactly what I've been looking for.
Yes.
So she started me on, for sure, on NAD, which I don't know what that stands for, what it means, but I shoot myself every 3 days. And it's supposed to help with energy. And I don't know if I told my girlfriends, I'm not sure if this is a placebo or not effect or not, but I feel like my energy's been better, and it's only been 2 shots. So now I just had my 3rd. So anyway, I'm super excited for her to just basically give me a plan, because I feel like since I've been in this for the last couple of years that I just have not really felt like myself, and my body's going through shit. And I thought, I'm like, that's so dumb, perimenopause, whatever, hormones. But I'm like, I'll figure it out. But I can't, and I don't, and I have no idea what's happening in my body and what it's doing to me. Yeah. So please, can someone who is educated on this help me? So I basically told Morgan, do whatever you want, take all my blood, take all the things, and then you tell me what to do, and I'm going to do it. And if I react adversely, then we'll make another plan. But I trust her implicitly. She's done functional medicine, she's done traditional medicine, she's run the gamut. And so I'm like, she is smart, she is educated, she's taken the time to talk to me, to answer my questions, and then I'm like, my life is in your hands.
Yeah.
Tell me what to do.
Oh, it's great. And that's the whole point of this whole business that she started.
Yeah.
It was to sit with people like you, give you all the time and attention you need, because this is some complicated shit when you're a woman at our age or older, younger, whatever it is. And she's awesome. So I'm so glad you got to go experience that. And then she can also help you with like facial stuff.
Oh yeah. She gave me some Botox.
Do a little Botox. I think she does.
Got me here.
Cool micro needling. I don't know all the stuff, but she can do it all while you're there talking about your hormones. So it's a one-stop shop. For anybody.
I got all that done.
Yes. Well, it looks great.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited to reap the benefits of your hormone adjustment.
Thanks. I think everyone is excited to
but
reap
no,
the benefits
yeah,
of my
no,
hormone
just joking.
adjustment.
But she's amazing, and we all need that little extra help.
No, please. Yeah, you'll be there someday too.
No, I'm already there. I'm already
young buck
doing all the things. I'm doing everything I can.
I know, aren't we all?
With my weird ass history.
Okay, that's it for episode 274, 275 next week, minus me. Let's see what kind of shit Julie talks about me when I'm gone.
Ooh. Can't wait.
And I'll come back like
I've got a whole Google Doc.
I'm sure you do. I'll come back super tan and
relaxed.
I'm gonna come back in such a good mood all the time.
I can't wait. And don't forget for the grandma mom game when we're 80.
Okay,
we have to cheers
on it.
Okay,
all right, that's gonna do it. Episode 274 in the books. Mom game out.